Hey guys, it's a Blinding Creeper here. Today I'm going to be telling you how you can probably customize your own air rifle to make it as best as it can be under $1,000. So, you know how you see all these pros with gas air rifles and you see how much they're in there, probably roughly around $900 and shit like that. This whole rifle, the rifle itself, not the scope, was $277. So, this is like kind of cheap, but it's good at the same time. You know, I do videos on it and it's accurate. The scope cost me roughly around 80 to $90. So we've gone over the 300 mark already. And then the next thing I'm going to finish it off with is actually camo tape. I'm actually going to have camouflage on this. So I'm going to get the camouflage tape of Amazon, which is 506, and just wrap it around. I'm not going to cover up any of the metal functioning parts, i.e. The parts I'll need to clean, like where the scope is joined, where my fingers are, where I'll need to clean. I'm not going to be covering this bit. The only place I'm going to be covering is the barrel, all the plastic parts, and I'm going to leave this bit free of tape and this bit up here, just so that it does actually have this mechanical, but apart from that, it's going to be covered in tape. So you've basically got a fully customized, or if you don't want the tape, that'll probably cost you over 300, roughly 300 to, I'm going to say $400 plus tax, because this does not include, included tax. I'm going to say it's roughly over 300, it's over $300 not including tax. So I'm going to say it's going to cost you $400 to get this where it is, like mine. If I was going to say, if you wanted to copy, I wouldn't suggest copying, because this may not be a super preference. If you are going to go with gas is going to be more expensive than a Springer. Springers are always the best choice because obviously they're cheap to maintain and you don't have to keep going back to fill them up with air. All you need to do is constantly supply this thing with ammo and maintain good quality of the rifle, i.e. You know, you have to keep oiling when you see rust forming. You have to keep maintaining your scope, maintaining weapons checks and all that, just to make sure it is actually fully functional before you take it out. Also, make sure it is okay where you go. Always check your if your country allows firearms, check the FPS on them, because here it's 500. This is 495. So this is 495 FPS. But if you guys have actually chronoed it, please let me know what the chrono says, because I have not chronoed this. I'm just going off what the box tells me. But this is 495 feet per second. So if it's 500, if it's 5 feet FPS more, this would consider as a firearm. But as it's not, it doesn't consider firearms, and I don't need a firearms license. And I'm just out of the city limits, so I can shoot this where I shoot. So it is perfectly legal and stuff like that. I'm not going to get caught as long as I'm not causing a disturbance. If you guys want to customize this the way it is, without the scope, it's light. With this type of scope, it adds extra weight. So it's kind of, you know, you don't need to be a really strong person, and it looks pretty badass as well when you actually see it in person and look on camera. It looks like a proper sniper and scope meant to be on there. That little Bushnell 4x20 scope, not really. This kind of kicks it off the table. So that is if you got the money to go buy a gas one, by all means go for gas. But Springers are more easily maintained and less work to work on, because as I'm a newbie at air rifles, I'm new to them. I don't know much about gas, but I definitely know quite a lot about Springers. Springers have mainly all the spring back here. For my one, the spring kind of goes from this end of the rifle to probably about here. So the only much dead space that it actually has is that much dead space. So it has this much dead space, and then the spring goes up to there. So you're getting all that much tension, giving you that FPS. Gas is just air. So you'd have a rifle, let's say this, that would be chopped out, and there'd be something here, and then you'd have a big gas tube under here, which kind of gets in your way, and you wouldn't have a nice firm grip underneath. So you'd be holding a gas tube, which would probably get stone cold after you shot it a few times, because obviously you're releasing air through this barrel constantly, and air is cold after it's been compressed. So you're going to have a cold barrel and you're going to be holding that barrel. So if you want to have a gas rifle, you're going to spend more, probably over $1,000 on it. So I'd suggest going for the Ruger Explorer, even though it is pretty kind of cheap for what it is. It was $270, I think. I just tried to check on Walmart and their site is down. So as I said, this is probably roughly $200, $270. This is definitely $86. 67, 80, I think. So if I've been saying $80, that's completely wrong. This is 67, 80 because it was on sale. The original price was $80. So, you know, depending on what it classes as you, if you prefer sniping or if you prefer close ranges, keep the iron sights. Whereas if you just keep the iron sights, it's gonna look plain and people will think it's crap, i.e., oh, it was a cheap, nasty thing. This, altogether now, if I took this off, I could probably hold it with one hand and my hand wouldn't get tired. This, if I hold it with one hand and I hold it up for quite a long time, my hand kind of gets tired. So if you can hold weight, medium weight, this is kind of a rifle for you. If you're a Springer person and you want to go for something cheap, nasty, well, I won't say cheap and nasty, but if you want something that's within a budget range, by all means go for this. The only thing you guys have to keep on working on is customization. You know, I want woodland camo all across the plastic. I'm gonna leave this bit, this much probably plain, because I need the barrel to break open. If it was a bolt action, then I'd have covered this, but as it's not, I'm going to leave that much plain, and then the rest will be covered in camo tape. That's probably going to cost me about $30, because 5 foot really won't be enough to cover the whole thing. So, and I want extra left over probably for the scope, because I want to cover some, like these bits. But this is nearly fully customized the way I want it. I'm going to probably draw a design for a friend to see if he can make like some sort of clamp that goes with a bipod. So let me know what you guys would design on this. You know, would you take the plastic off and see if there would be a metal design for it, so you'd have a metal and want to keep working on it more, or would you want to keep it as it is and just add scopes and whatever you can to the body? What I think of this, after been shooting with it for quite a lot now, because I've had this since I moved in, and I have had no fails. I've had no doubts. The only thing I have had problems with is the safety. The safety always turns on. I'm not moaning about it. I'm just pointing out the fact that if you want a gun that doesn't keep requiring taking the safety off, like if I cocked it now, the safety would pop on, and then you'd have to, as you shoot. I mean, it's no problem. I mean, as I'm a right-handed shooter, I can just go from kind of this position, my thumb's on the other side, from that position to on, and then from that position back. So that's like kind of a non-hassle switch, whereas if you're a left-handed shooter, you know, your thumb would be on the other side, like this side, and you kind of got to go from there to there. Whereas I'm a right-handed shooter, so my thumb is this side, so I have to go through, and it's kind of good. I'm not moaning about it. That's the only thing I'd make better, is letting them have a shooter choice. Like, you know, you cock it, you can pull the trigger, but then that leaves kind of no errors, so it'd be a shooter error. So, you know, if the safety wasn't on and it went off and hit somebody, i.e. in the ankle or in the chest or wherever, it would be the shooter's problem, because this actually stops the rifle from shooting. So if I cocked it now and the safety was on, I couldn't pull the trigger whatsoever. I'm actually, if you can hear that, pulling the trigger. I wasn't pulling it hard because I can break the rifle. I know that it's clear, so that I don't want any comments saying, "Oh, you didn't check if it was clear." I know it's clear because I just been out shooting with it, and I check it before I leave so that it doesn't go off in my bag and leave a great big hole in my bag. If you guys want to see this when it's fully customized, i.e. with the camo tape on it, and yes, I'll make it look professional, I'll make it look sleek, I'll make it look awesome, don't worry. If you guys want to see it fully customized, or would you want to see it fully customized, you know, do you guys want it tape, or do you want to leave it sleek and black? You know, if you guys want to see it sleek and black, I will take them in consideration, whereas it is my own rifle, and I do want to customize it to the best as I can. If you guys want to see the end product, this is not finished. What I mean by it's not finished is I want to fully customize it. The amount of times I've probably said that in this video, but I want to fully customize this thing. But I wanted it laser engraved. I wanted to laser engrave the barrel, but I realised that there's no laser engraving is pretty expensive. So that's one good thing about gas rifles. You can't laser engrave them. That's one bad thing about gas air rifles. You cannot laser engrave them because there's only certain places you can, but it's very bad because you maybe only need to laser engrave it here, and if it is, your hand's going to be covering it. If it's here, you're not really going to see it anyways, and you can't laser engrave it under here because there's going to be a giant gas tube in the way. And if you laser engrave a gas tube, you know what's going to happen. And there's no point laser engraving back here. So if you guys want to see how to maintain an air rifle with the scope on, that's going to be probably possible. But if you want to see how to maintain an air rifle too, I will gladly do that. Please let me know. If you want to see how to maintain a scope, I can. That's medium to do, but because it involves taking the lenses off and dismounting it. But if you have a rifle and you want to customize it, please let me know. If you can, send a picture and I can probably give you some tips on how you could probably customize it. But as I said, it is your choice how you customize your own rifle. If it's a gas, I would recommend not customizing them because some customizations can lead to complications in the future, i.e. if you're going to change the gas tube and you've done something to remove locks or add stuff on them, it can lead to complications if you're going to refill it or change gas tubes. If you have a fully customized gas air rifle, please send me a picture. I would love to see them. This is the actual Ruger Explorer Youth Air Rifle. You can actually buy these for, I'm going to say roughly to $100 or $270. That's the max this thing went for. But as I said, this is over $300 now. Probably going into the 400 range once I've actually camoed it over. And then my friend can actually make some sort of clamp that can go here. And then bipod down. That would be great because all it is a break open. And for those that you don't know what a break open is, that is a break open. You put the round in the chamber, which you could probably, that silver thing there, you put it in, you put the round in there, you bring it down till it clicks, you bring it up, the safety's on, you take the safety off and pull the trigger, the round goes down range. And if you want marksman tips, please let me know. I'm always asking for comments. If you want comments to see what you guys would see in the future for this thing, I mean, that's what it looks like down scope. Hang on a second. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see that down scope, but I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Probably not. Probably not, but then that is what the scope actually looks like. As I said before, this is going to be quite a long video, over 20 minutes long, because I have some news to say as well. The good news is, we'll put the rifle aside now. The good news is the fact that I can get my PC soon. My PC has now been declared free from customs, i.e. They have checked it over. They have said, okay, there was no bombs in there. There was no terrorists or no shotguns or anything in there. So they said, you know what, here you go. So now we just got to go sign for it, which will be Tuesday, and then they have to deliver it, which will be whenever they feel like it, really. But I'll keep you guys up to date because the live stream's fastly approaching. I will be starting the SCP series again. I will be starting Five Nights at Freddy's 1, 2, and 3, possibly 4 if it comes out before my PC arrives. I will be starting Besiege and Kerbal Space Program and a load of others. Don't worry. Turbo Dismount is one of them as well. KSV is one of those good games. SCP Containment Breach I want to restart. And if you guys want to see live streams happen, I'll leave a link down in the description once I have my computer. And I have Twitter, I have Facebook, I will now be making Happy Wheels levels as soon as my computer arrives. As I said, I'll leave a link in the description for all those, as I just said. Apart from the Happy Wheels ones, I will let you know what my Happy Wheels name is in the description below once I have my PC. Because I could let you know now, but I have no levels, so nothing comes up. But as I said, Happy Wheels levels and a load of other videos will be coming out in the future. Look forward to those. I'm sorry if these videos have been poor quality. It's because of no computer. But as I said, the whole point of this video is to say how you can make a fully customized and badass rifle. I mean, I'm not saying mine's badass yet, but it will be. From my opinion, I don't know about yours, but if you have the money, buy it, and you want one, by all means, go buy one. This is actually nearly $500 worth of air rifle, and if you want to buy it and fully customize it, a gas one, for a plain gas one without a scope, that's probably $500 for one with a gas and scope and with a gas tube installed. That's probably $900. And if it's wrong, please correct me. But if you can beat the for cheaper but decent gas air rifle for over, let's cap the total to $700. This will cost me in total probably $600 in total, because it came with a rifle, iron sights, and that's it. I have to buy pellets. I bought a bag. The bag was $15. This was $270. The scope was $67.70, and the tape is $506 for a foot of tape. Now, if you can think, this is a foot. No. This is going to require probably 10 of those. So I'm probably going to be spending $30 on camo tape. So that's 45 already for that. So altogether, for all the extras, that's over $100. This is $270, so that's nearly $370. I mean, this is all rough, but you know, I'm gonna say roughly $400, roughly, when it's fully customized. My friend, I'm gonna draw out a blueprint for him to see if he can make a bipod with a clamp that actually works with Allen keys. So you use a screwdriver, which clamps it down to the barrel, and then bipod, you're done. But because I find holding this actually tires your arm out, because as the scope adds a lot more weight onto the rifle, it adds tons of weight. So, and it will tire you out very quickly if you haven't got a good sight on if you haven't got the crosshairs on your sight and you fire that shot off, you're going to tire very quickly. But anyway, this is how to make a decent air rifle, or trying to make a decent air rifle on a budget of $500 to $600. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments, questions, queries, or hows, or can you do this? Can you do that? Please let me know in the comments below. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Yeah, this is the Epic Blinding Creeper signing out.